Welcome to Learn with Eamon. Are you confused by complicated financial ratios? Want to learn ratio analysis step by step with practical examples? You have landed at the right place. In this video, I will give you a complete guide on ratio analysis, where we will break down each type of ratio with formulas, examples, meanings, and real-world relevance. By the end, you will confidently interpret any company's financial health, just like a pro accountant or analyst. So stay with me till the end. This session can change how you see numbers forever. What is ratio analysis? Ratio analysis is the process of evaluating the financial performance of a business by examining the relationships between financial statement items. Why ratio analysis matters? Because it helps investors decide where to invest. It aids management in strategic planning. It is useful for banks or creditors to assess loan risk. It assists shareholders in evaluating companies' value. Ratio analysis data is being used in our balance sheet for assets, liabilities, and equity, and in our income statement for our revenues, expenses, and profit. So types of ratios. In this video, we will cover our liquidity ratio, profitability ratio, solvency ratio, efficiency ratio, and market value ratios. So let's study each one by one. So first of all, we have liquidity ratio. These measure a firm's ability to meet short-term obligations. Like current ratios, we have current ratios formula is like current ratio is equals to current assets over current liabilities. It indicates short-term financial stability. Ideal benchmark around 2:1. So we have example. It's like let's suppose we have current assets of 300,000 and current liabilities of 150,000. So we have our current ratio of 2.0. So if it's too high, we have idle resources, and if it's too low, then we have our liquidity risk. So next we will study our quick ratio, which we also call acid test ratio. So we have our formula is like quick ratio is equals to current assets minus inventory over current liabilities. Stricter test of liquidity. Let's see an example. We have inventory of 50,000, quick assets of 300,000 minus 50,000. So we have 250,000. Then liabilities of 150,000. So we get our quick ratio of 1.67, more realistic view of immediate payment ability. Next, we will study our profitability ratio. It measures a firm's ability to generate profits from its operations. Gross profit ratio. So we have our formula of gross profit ratio, which is gross profit over net sales multiplied by 100. Let's say we have sales of 800,000 and cost of goods sold of 500,000. We have gross profit of 300,000. So gross profit ratio is equals to 300,000 divided by 800,000 multiplied by 100. We have 37.5%, which shows efficiency of core business activities. Next, we study our net profit ratio. We have our formula of net profit divided by net sales multiplied by 100. Let's say we have net profit is equals to 80,000. So ratio is equals to 80,000 divided by 800,000 multiplied by 100. So we get our 10%. Low net profit is equals to high expense or pricing issues. So let's have a look on our operating profit ratio. We have formula of operating profit over sales multiplied by 100. It shows operational strength before interest and taxes. Return on capital employment. So we have formula of EBIT over capital employed multiplied by 100. EBIT is equals to 100,000 and capital is equals to 400,000. So we have our return on capital investment is equals to 25%. So measures how well capital generates returns. Next, we have our ROE, which means return on equity. Our formula is net profit over shareholders' equity multiplied by 100. Equity is equals to 500,000 and profit is equals to 75,000. So our return on equity is equals to 15%. Investor focused and higher is better. Solvency ratio. So evaluate long-term financial stability and risk. So let's see our debt to equity ratio. So total debt over equity, debts are equal to 400,000, equity is 200,000. So we got our debt to equity ratio is 2:1. Warning, too high is equals to risky business. Next, we see our interest coverage ratio. So we have our EBIT, which is also called earning before interest and tax, is equals to 180,000, interest of 30,000, and coverage we got 6 times, shows if company can pay interest easily. Next, we have our efficiency ratio. So measure how efficiently a business uses its resources. First of all, we have inventory turnover ratio. So cost of goods sold over average inventory. So we have cost of goods sold of 600,000, average inventory of 100,000. So turnover that we got is 6 times. Higher turnover is equals to better inventory management. Next, we have our receivable turnover ratio. So we have formula of credit sales over average accounts receivables. Sales are equal to 7 to 120,000. Receivables are equal to 120,000. So we got our receivable turnover ratio is 6 times. So faster collection is equals to better cash flow. Next, we have our working capital turnover. Let's see our formula. The formula is net sales over working capital. It indicates how efficiently the company uses its working capital, or WC. So assets turnover ratio, we have the formula of net sales over net total assets. The sales of rupees 900,000 and assets of 600,000. The turnover we got is 1.5. Next, we have our market ratio. So used by investors to analyze stock performance. Earning per share. So net profit over number of shares. Let's say we have net profit of 100,000 rupees and number of shares of 10,000 shares. So we got our earning per share is equals to 10 rupees. So price of earning. So price of earning ratio, we have our formula of market price per share over EPS. So we got our 200 over 10. So we got our price earning ratio is equals to 20. Next, we have dividend yield. So dividend per share over market price multiply by 100. Let's say we have our dividend per share of rupees 5 and market price of rupees 100. So we got our yield of 5%. Next, we have our book value per share. So its formula is equity over number of shares. Suppose we have our equity of 1 million rupees and our number of shares of 10,000. So if we divide both of them, so we got our 100 rupees. Real life case analysis. Company ABC Private Limited, sales 1 million rupees, cost of goods sold 600,000 rupees, operating expenses 200,000 rupees, net profit 100,000 rupees, total assets 800,000 rupees, equity 500,000 rupees, debt 300,000 rupees, current assets 300,000 rupees, inventory 50,000 rupees, current liabilities 150,000 rupees, and shares of 10,000. So if we apply each formula, we got our current ratio of 2.0, quick ratio of 1.67, GP ratio of 40%, NP ratio 10%, ROE 20%, DE 0.6, EPS 10 rupees 10, and PE, if market price is 150, then we got our 15. This kind of practical breakdown helps in board exams, job interviews, and investing decisions. So that's a wrap on today's masterclass on ratio analysis. Now you know not just the formulas, but how to analyze, interpret, and use them in real life. Practice the examples again and pause wherever you need. Let me know in the comments which ratio was new for you. So hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to share this with your friends or classmates. This is Eamon signing off. Keep learning, keep growing.